hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, we are here to talk about Married to Medicine. It was a very interesting episode, if you ask me, on that. Hope you guys are having a good day, and we are just getting ready to hop right into it. So, with Married to Medicine, we finished off last episode. They were getting ready to start this water racing event between the two teams. 3 teams, 4 teams. I think there was 4 teams. Wow, they had a lot of people on this trip now that I'm looking at it. But they did their thing on the water. It was actually kind of funny. Phaedra and Jackie, they was kind of just floating in the water aimlessly. No rhyme or reason. They didn't really know how to paddle a boat, or it could have been Phaedra that didn't know how to paddle a boat. Jackie was just on it for the ride. She was a team player in that one. However, one of the husbands continuously fell off of the canoe. It was kind of funny. It was just a whole event. I'm glad the ladies and gents were able to have some free time, some fun time where they weren't arguing with each other and having this awkwardness, because God knows they didn't need that, because at the very end of this episode, that's exactly what we got. Extremely awkwardness. To begin off, I think it was, first off, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie, we know, were the 2 people that planned this event for the couples trip. And I think it was Heavenly, because she talked about how she arranged the seating where people were going to be sitting for this vibe check game to see how well you know your partner and if you guys are on the same wavelength. However, she then throughout the rest of the episode was just like acting confused about why T, Heavenly, Dr. G, and Quad were having some kind of beef. Heavenly, you placed them together like that, so I don't know why you're acting so, what? That's what you wanted, Heavenly, but anyway.
They thrive on drama.
They really do.
This is what I don't like about Married to Medicine. And they're doctors. They're not about healing.
No, this is a poor
This
image.
is every year they always had this thing about married people, and they do the despicable things.
Yes.
Why would you have them sitting right next to each other? If this is not asking for trouble, what is?
Exactly.
It stink to the high heavens. And don't act like you care. And at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, y'all bitches are jealous over Faith.
Exactly.
For what? I don't know. Y'all never take an opportunity not to cease to find fault with her.
Yes.
Y'all going to even say that, you know what, that Dr. G shouldn't be on the show. They replaced Dr. G with, what's her name?
Quad. They did.
Quad begged to come back. Beg.
Mm-hmm.
From the time Sweet Tea has been on that show, she's been through hell.
She has.
However, I do agree. Shut up, Sweet Tea.
Yes.
Sometimes you just got to keep your opinion to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't have to be a go-getter.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to always argue with someone. Sometimes you just need to be quiet when you're in your feels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you made him look bad.
You did.
Because he's not how he feeling. He's feeling like, you know what, just be over, let her get through it, da-da-da. But you're going to say something that's going to make him defend you. I just feel as though, Sweet Tea, you need to grow up a little bit. Honestly, you're a grown woman.
Yeah.
You need to stop fighting. Quad is angry.
She is. Clearly.
Whether she wants to admit it or not, and that alcohol was bringing that anger out. She couldn't wait. Here she's sitting there with another man.
Yes, poor kid.
Another man saying you bunking all day. You're scrumping.
Mm-hmm.
You're scrumping. You're doing this. You're doing that. You want to have a baby. You're doing this to hurt Dr. G. But Dr. G saying, I ain't want no parts of it. I'm just a part. Now the group is saying, oh, Dr. G this. Dr. G is offended that this can't be put behind him.
Yeah.
He's frustrated with his wife because you won't shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm. No matter how much I told you.
No matter how much I told you. Now we're showing on TV. Now these ninjas are thinking the worst.
Yes.
When all I want this is to end.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep it going with what's her name? Quad. Quad is angry. Whatever's going on out of all Quad, and if that man don't see it, he blind.
Yeah, for real. Honestly.
Quad is still angry about her and Dr. G.
Mm-hmm.
She was angry when she came to her bridal shower.
Yes, she was. Mm-hmm.
She didn't even invite the girl to her thing, her birthday, but you showed up. You petty.
She is so petty.
And now she's walking down in every place that you can find. There is Quad talking about Phaedra. Now I know Phaedra got messed with her, most definitely, but they jealous of her.
Yeah, it's so obvious. It's ridiculous at this point.
It's obvious to me.
Mm-hmm. Because what did Heavenly do? Which
called these bitches. Yes. That's what they are.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, because only a bitch would bring Phaedra's ex-husband onto the show
and going to act like this was a good thing. Yes. Stop it.
Right.
Stop it. It's corny.
It is.
Y'all old women with pettiness.
Yes.
But I should know, wherever you find Heavenly and wherever you find Simone and wherever you find Big Ass, what's her name? Toya, there you have it. There you have it. Because Jackie going to sit on the side, instigate and kiki and laugh, but let them do the dirty work while her gnarled fingers stay clean.
Yeah, she's the grand dame of this group.
She's the grand dame. They her bitches.
Mm-hmm. For real.
That's how I feel.
That's how they work. That's what it looks like. Although, speaking of King, going back to Quad's significant other at this moment, he even acknowledges that Quad is still hurt. And he's just like, she's just hurt at the moment.
She ain't never get over it.
Yeah, clearly.
She's so jealous.
All right,
because no, she's not jealous. I'm sorry. She envious. She say she not. Mm-hmm. She is so envious. So Sweet Tea got that doctor. Because she don't have a doctor, and obviously you can't land one. So you're envious. And people always say jealous. No, jealousy is when you feel threatened that somebody you love is being moved away from you. Envy is when I hate you. I wish you nothing. I damn your soul. I hate the ground you walk on. I wish everything bad happened to you. And that's where Quad is.
That is, no matter how much she tries to give the facade of that she's so happy.
She cursing them at the root.
She is.
And because Sweet Tea was unable to sit still, she gave him the ammunition that he had to have Dr. G to step in. Mm-hmm. But her boyfriend, who's sitting there, who's scrumping 15 times a day, my thing is, if you're scrumping 15 times a day, when do you have time to work? What, you're like a lion? You're doing it every what? You scrump 5 minutes, ejaculate, it's over. What's going on? It's just corny.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of which, they were already cheating anyway. They were whispering to each other, like, yeah, let's write this down so we seem like we're
cheating. And everyone knew. Yeah, but everyone says, like always, blame it on the alcohol. This is in Quad. Quad was so angry, and because Dr. G was ignoring her, trying to take it. Now, because he was doing that, his buddies of the group is saying, oh, I couldn't do it. Well, you couldn't do it. He knew exactly. Remember, he's the psychiatrist. You all are not.
That's true.
Stay in your given field. If the man, what I heard the man say, I'm just trying to chill.
Yes.
Look, you want to be here, I'm here for you. Mm-hmm. I want to be here. I'm hanging out with the dudes. Let it go. I ain't trying to bend. This is what I hear. But Sweet Tea may be jealous of Quad.
Right.
Now that's jealousy.
I think it honestly could be, because maybe the way
she's jealous
sees it is, you're so obsessed with me. What's going on?
No, with me, my husband. It's not her. Don't get it twisted.
You're right.
You in my house?
Uh-huh.
You got my leftovers. I'm saying y'all good together. Mm-hmm. That's an insult. Meant for each other. But I'm gonna have a baby, bitch, because I know you can't. This is what this is. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then Toya, big mouth, big butt Toya, I'm sorry, she's obnoxious to me. She thrives on saying the things that are inappropriate things at inappropriate times. And for so long, it's like she's a little kid and everybody let them get away with this bad behavior.
They do.
Just like Heavenly, you let them get along with this bad behavior. Just like Simone, she yells and screams, and y'all let them get along with this bad behavior. It looks horrible.
It does.
But nobody gets changed. So this is some kind of show from something else. I don't know. I don't know.
It literally became the clique.
It's like a clique show. It's like either you fit or you don't. And Phaedra, they ran her from the show because she could have fit.
She could have.
But they up there laughing and kiki and talking about her. Even though she paid the money back allegedly, that ain't good enough. I just have an issue with it. I'm sorry. And I guess my issue is I don't like to see people gang up on other people because y'all sizing together as a clique. I didn't like that. And I don't at all. The same way when she wore that outfit, that pink, and cut it. Simone was pissed off by that. Why? I have no idea. Just because it gave her a reason to pick.
That's what it was. When you're that petty and just
petty.
like somebody, they could just breathe, and you're just like, ugh, why are they breathing? It's just so petty like that.
It's just petty. And this fight was petty.
It was so petty. It was so petty. And then here goes Quad feeling on her high horse. My man would never talk to me like that. Okay, Quad.
Okay, Quad. Quad, you're a handful. Any man will talk to you like that once they get tired of your mouth.
Exactly.
Because you are a talker. You are a go-getter. You are what they call a boss. Yes. You're not going to be subservient to a man.
Alpha female.
You're not. You alpha. And you might as well stop brainwashing yourself with that. I see the same thing about Sweet Tea.
Yes.
When your husband asks you to be quiet, you just be quiet. You don't talk over him.
Especially over his ex.
Yes, when he's asking you. Regardless of what she's saying, respect him enough. And if you have an issue with it, when you get behind the closed doors like what he did.
Yes.
He asked her nicely.
He did.
But then Quad takes it about, ain't no man gonna tell me to be. See, she was thriving for something. She was looking for something. And when he bounced her back with one of them bones and knocked her upside her head, she became untethered and just lost it. She started puking all over the place with words and anger. And if I was her boyfriend, it's no way I could ignore that because I know you're not over him.
Yeah, that's a huge red flag.
A huge red flag that she's using you. She's using you. Yes. That's how I see. She's not in love with you. She's using you because she said he has a baby and he has a daughter and I like the way he is. So you're going to have a baby. Think twice, buddy. She ain't well. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just like women see red flags for men.
Yes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I already saw Sweet Tea a red flag for Dr. G.
That is true.
I saw that at the beginning. But I thought, she would comply. But then when she gonna sit back and say things like, I don't know what this is and what you doing. He just walked away. I love the way he handled it.
He definitely did handle it.
And then she's going to run out looking for him. Of course, go to the girls and tell them everything. And what did the doctor tell her? Why don't you just go in the bed, take off your clothes and wait for him?
Yes.
But she couldn't do that.
No, she couldn't.
She's a hardhead wife.
She is.
So I seen something about Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
You can't have no control. You are another one. You are one of them alpha females.
Yes.
That if your husband asks you to be quiet, even though you may be embarrassed. You just, okay, honey.
Yes.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Right.
And what Quad say?
Yeah. Although I do.
You could have said, you know what, can we switch seats with someone? Could have done that.
Yeah.
But she's like, I got to go. Every time it comes on them, here's sweet tea. I got to say, well, no, you don't. You ain't going to talk about my husband. Stop defending me. Stop.
That's true. Clearly he doesn't want it.
Doesn't want it.
Oh.
So she's not defending him. She's defending herself because she's jealous of she's jealous of Quad. I think she's jealous. And I think she look at Quad as a threat.
Yes, definitely she does.
That Quad could get him back if she wanted to. That's what I see with Sweet Tea. But Quad is jealous because she knows that Dr. G will never take her back.
As he should.
Because he don't like her. No,
yeah, he shouldn't take her back.
He don't like her. She don't like him, but you know how you may not like somebody, but because she couldn't break them. They had got the physical point in their relationship.
Yes.
So it was ugly. But Quad isn't over it. And this has been a few years. And the only reason why Quad is not over it, because Quad deep inside still have feelings for Dr. G, the same way Tamira.
Yep, Tia
Mowry have feelings for Corey. Another one. You know, that alpha male stuff. With all these women, you see an alpha female coming out.
Yes.
You know? And that's how I see it.
Yeah. One thing, though, I do like this therapist, new therapist, Mimi. I hope she gets a official slot next season because she did try to, she
ain't do nothing.
No.
She ain't know how to handle it. All she said was just when it's like this, which I agree, you let it be. That's deeper than this. She gone deep. She's gone dirty deep. This here, you gotta let her go. And whatever she drinking ain't helping. I like her diagnosis, and she left it alone.
Yep,
because whoever would try to step in, you're gonna get your head bit off.
Yes, you are.
And it was sad. And when she sober up and look at the reality of how goofy she looked, you look like a woman that's scorned by a man and ain't over it.
Yeah.
And here you using this brother here to make Dr. G jealous when Dr. G ain't studying your ass.
No, not at all.
At all. Not even a little bit. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it for this episode because the big point that I got from this vibe check is that there was not a vibe at all. The vibe was actually complete negativity. Go figure. I mean, who planned this event after all? So.
And then after Sweet Tea know that she really pissed off Dr. G, now you're going to go running looking for him. For what? You didn't respect him as a man.
No, she didn't.
You just couldn't even be quiet.
No.
He begged you. He said it over and over and over.
Even when you guys tried to talk.
He was even saying, just say nothing. She couldn't do it. Then it got loud. And then they're going to look at Dr. G. You lost it, man. You can't control your woman.
So jealous.
You're so jealous. And that was not the case. At least not what I saw. I saw a man that look, I just want peace.
Yes, peace.
I got to deal with you and I got to deal with this. Even when they was going in the game, he said, you want me to go? She didn't even want to go.
No, he didn't. He knew what was up.
He knew what was up. But I brought you on the show. I thought this would make you happy. I'll do. This is what I get. I brought Sweet Tea on the show. This is what she wanted to be on the show. She gonna give me a baby. Find out she lied. She can't have a baby. Ain't pregnant yet. He gave her 2 years. And now you still don't even listen to your husband. This is a time you need to learn how to be what they call it, a submissive wife.
Yeah.
You want a doctor? You want that money? Learn to be quiet and just be submissive in this case. Because sometimes running off as the mouth, not respecting your husband is not the way to go. Age and time teaches you that. You could have took that right onto the room and let him have it right there in the privacy of that hotel. And then you could say, go walk and walk it off. Don't ever do that to me again. But not out there before the world.
Right.
Disrespectful. and Sweet Pea talking about, I was like that. Grow up. You're 30, what, 2, 3? You're like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Grow up and respect your man.
Word.
You on borrowed time, sis.
Mm-hmm. For real, but if Dr. Heavenly squares up to her, she cowardly goes back.
I think she goes off on all the time. I think she takes that stuff home. I think he listens. He tells her what to do, but she can't separate. Like she said, I can't stop it. When somebody's saying something about my husband, he said, don't fight for me.
Yes.
Just how many times, like, don't be mad for me.
Right. And then Sweet Tea's attitude is probably like, well, fine, I'll fight for myself then.
Don't fight at all. You're winning. You're losing.
You are.
The way you win is don't give in to it.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
Yes. Be the
kill her with
person.
niceness. Kill her with kindness.
Yes.
This is what I hear him saying.
Yes.
But she can't do it because you know how I am. What, you a scrapple head?
I have
You and Quad, two scrapple heads scrapping over Dr. G. And if I was that other man, I would be embarrassed, because you should be, to hear your woman break down on camera with you in sight over another man that's sitting behind you with the wife. Think about that. It's easy to talk about Dr. G, but it's hard to talk about the man that sit there and watch this. If I was a woman and my man did that, I would be embarrassed because I could see the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm. And it's on national TV now.
And he's seen it. And instead of him dealing with it, that's why you're going to go and fight Dr. G. Because she punked you out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it looks like to me. So now it's like, I got to go and deal with Dr. G. Nobody talked to my wife like that. But your wife is okay to talk to him like that. And if she talked to her husband, like her ex-husband like that, who are you, fella? Give it enough time. Who are you?
Yes. Clearly he's not seeing this right. I mean, he sees that she's hurt, but he's just like, oh, she's just speaking.
She ain't ready. She's not ready.
No, I don't think she'd ever be ready with that.
She will. She really needs some therapy. She needs to deal with that anger. She's not ready. She's not over it.
You know who she kind of reminds me of a little bit?
Say her name. Quad.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Quad reminds me of Ariana from Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
With the whole not letting go, wanting to turn everybody in the group against him.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Not over it. Hurt too deep. Never want him back. But in your heart, you felt like he got the better deal.
Yep.
And the idea that this heifer is in your house, not your house. Y'all settled. It's his house. Yes. And he's saying, I'm keeping my house. I paid for it. I like it. I want it. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing. I see Kim Kardashian is getting ready trying to move a man in her house. She ain't moving, and she wealthy, and she gonna build him a closet. Yes. So ain't no need. And saying, oh, this is if I love my house, now it would be different if y'all both have equal housing and y'all both want to share. That's different. But for me, nope, this is my house. You have your house. We can share, but I ain't giving my house up either, unless that's what I wanted to do. And Dr. G have a right to hold on to his house if he wanted. Mm-hmm. No matter what them other ladies think about, that's jealous of. They may not think so, but they are jealous. Why? Because they are afraid that she could steal any one of their husbands. All their husbands are up for grab. And with Phaedra being around loose and sexy and thickums, they talk about her every time they get a chance because she's better looking than all of them. And the only one that can run a race with her really good, and that would be Quad. And Quad can't see nothing because Quad is so into Dr. G and Sweet Tea.
Yes.
Because she feels as though, you picked that beneath me? Her? But you jealous of her.
Exactly.
But you jealous of her.
What you jealous for then?
You're like, oh, she can't touch me in dressing. She can't touch me, but you jealous though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you envious. No, you're not jealous. The other girls are jealous of Phaedra because Phaedra could take their man. And I saw it when she cut that thing and that girl saw her mention, she said, and picked on her.
She did.
jealousy. So they're jealous because Phaedra present a threat to these women and their unstable husbands.
That is true. As much as they want to talk about how they have such great marriages.
And that Latoya, her mouth. It's just that she say inappropriate things at appropriate times to anybody and calling us up. I'm going to just break the ice. Why don't you break your mouth and shut up?
Yeah, sometimes the ice don't need to be broken.
It don't need to be broken. Sometimes we see what we don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we say but we don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the best thing you could have did was let's just change this. Let's go get in the water. We need to cool off.
Yeah.
Because they came for a pool party. But Simone and Heavenly, they got to get into it. And this is what they did. They said it like that.
They did.
All of this is designed and it sucks. Honestly.
It did.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Actually, the only people that came dressed for a pool party was Contessa and her husband. They were the only ones.
No. Didn't the rest of them come dressed too?
At least not invisible bathing suit.
No, they had like things over top.
Yeah,
I think T had. Yeah, I think.
I did like that fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Contessa said, maybe if we all were in the pool, this wouldn't have happened.
This wouldn't have happened. But no, we're going to play the newlywed game and you ask inappropriate questions. It would be different when you know there are couples that are not even married. Why would you play a game like this, you dumb bunnies? It's just stupid to me.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they was so fuming when Phaedra showed up with Check and his tall, fine self.
And I'm glad she did. Mm-hmm. You don't know me. Stop trying to figure me out. And you're going to invite my husband there, but I'm sure he told her.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's why she brought a man. Thank you for the heads up. So she brought a man. You're not trying to get he's a married man, she said. Mm-hmm. Don't start no crap. But I'm glad that she left that show because they was jealous of her.
They were.
And that's how I see it. That every time you talk about it, was behind her back, talking about her, laughing and kikiing, jealous. That's what I see.
Yeah. Well, that's the Married to Medicine click for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's hope it gets better next season. We still have a few more episodes before the season ends, but I'm already praying that next season is going to be way better than this. It was honestly quite boring a little bit, minus the fights that we had there, but I don't want to say a show was good just because there was a fight. I would love for it to be good just because it just had good storyline.
Right.
So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of Married to Medicine. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have not already, or if you enjoyed this content. Please leave your comments down below. How do you guys feel about the whole Sweet Tea Quad G debacle that happened and the whole vibe not check? So with that being said, please subscribe if you have not subscribed already. It would really mean a lot. And please share this video with somebody who enjoys Married to Medicine or any of the other housewives that we cover on this channel. Or if you're just into news and what's going on in the world around us, it would really mean a lot. And with that being said, yep, I did cover everything. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope we see you guys in the next video. And you know what we say with that? Sunflowers!